Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. How's it going, man?
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Yeah, awesome.
So good
You
so
see
far.
the people screaming in the war room, 700%, 400%, 500%. Oh my God, people going crazy like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy a house.
And
One
you
guy,
bought an ice cream.
yeah, and I went for an ice cream, and this guy he just made $20,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's gonna buy a house actually. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's good for him. Let me show you. Do you see him? See my share my screen. Do you see my screen right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm working it on, well, you already know that I use price rotation, trend
Yes.
Fibonacci, and from time to time I share with everyone the wealth waves, but I
Yes.
know I know that no one is listening or paying attention.
No one
So
probably understands them properly.
that's one team, but you also know that some people don't want to understand anything. They just want to collect the money and that's it.
Okay.
So, but what it is, I'm working on it on different levels. Where's this? Here it is. Okay. So there's a lot here, right? And
Yes.
let me go to the MyFX book because now what I did is build the. This one broke. Built the simulation to understand the entire process. I have to sign in. Let's see. Wait a second. Uh, huh. Wait. I have to try it later, but we will see it here directly on the simulation. Okay, so let's go with the strategy. So this is a wolf wave on a daily chart, okay?
Hmm.
And what it does is that it's telling you that this price is getting to a point where it's a counter trade. So sometime back in July, okay, you see this the price goes all the way from this level, and here it's the first target, which is called H4. You can call it whatever you want,
Hmm.
okay? But you still have this target open, okay?
Okay.
And then you have this red line, which is what they call the trend line within the wolf wave. And what it does is
Yes.
that it indicates how high the price may go. So based on
Hmm.
this, I already know that the prices of the dollar versus the franc, they have to reach this level for several factors. First, the idea is that all these big analysts, as I told you, that were expecting the dollar to depreciate, is not going to happen. Why? Because everyone else is slowing down faster and faster. Like Europe is the dead man walk. Nothing is
Hmm.
happening in Europe. And China is going to keep slowing down. Now it's 6. Tomorrow morning will be 5%. The GDP is just landing, it's just shrinking. They're not expanding. So this has to do this. Of course, we know that it takes time. Now, how I got in. So this level here, the corner, it's called P5 or point 0.5, which is the end of the wolf wave, and that
Yeah.
sets a balance. This is the balance, 96.60. So when the price went below that level, I look for the buys. Okay, and let me show you. Let me share with you. These are the
No.
trades. Do you see the trades?
Yep.
Okay, so again, this whole simulation, understanding how the process works, and everything you see only with a initial idea of having only 3,000 euros. Okay,
Right.
so from 3,000 euro all the way to currently 8,000 and a change. So that's
Hmm.
about one to
Almost
almost,
threefold.
yeah, to something, right? And it took like 22 days. Now, only the other thing to be positive to understand is that going long, dollar versus franc, we have positive swap,
Okay.
and this is huge.
Yes, I know. I know. I
This is
used to be when the interest rates were still, um, they were still in existence. I was always trying to have a positive swap overall, so you could stay in the trades a very long time without any fear of anything eating into your profit.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So
That's
look
good.
at this. So this is the structure now. What it does now, what I do, I go with the trend Fibonacci, and I know that it can go as low as 97.13 based on the
Yeah,
61.8% Fibonacci. And then we have available about another 260 pips.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So how I measure the risk, because this is the interesting part. The way they teach you that in Spain, because this is where I learned it, there are a couple of
Yeah.
things that they don't do. First, I measure risk based on the distance between zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.5. Here, my risk is 311 pips. So I'm prepared to see this around here, this level. It's not going to happen anymore. Why? Because now there's something that we added with my team in Spain. I have another team that is different from the team from the war room.
Mm-hmm.
We added what we call what's called the Fibonacci fans. And as you can see, we take the Fibonacci fan from the P1, from the beginning of the wave, all the
Yeah,
way to the trend line. It can be to the point 0.3 here or this point 0.5 that I already talked to you about.
yeah,
And you see the fan line, you see the 61.8,
yeah.
50, and 38. So where do we found support? Here, the 61.8.
16.8.
Exactly. So
Ah,
prices,
that's how you can use the phone. The phone to do.
exactly.
I was thinking, I was always, having it more in the direction of a trend, not you have it sort of sideways or
Yeah,
even
but
downward.
that's the trick, because if you were to understand this, prices are capped in the price rotation, which goes from 96.60 to 99. This is the price rotation right now. Look at all the way back to 2018. You see here?
Yeah.
Is it the level? I'm going to put it the pencil. I'm actually recording this, and I will send you the recording on the unlisted YouTube video so you can watch this later, okay? And there you go. Here's the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. I mean, it's right there in front of us. So, let me clear. Now, here's the point where I have the risk. So I knew my risk was 311 pips, but then the fan Fibonacci tells me that it found support here at this level, and then push higher. Now, pushing higher, it's retracing. So what I'm using this for, to know exactly when to buy the S&P 500. That's the
Mm-hmm.
trick.
And that's the
That,
countering tweak. But where do you know where to buy then at which of the Fibonacci levels?
but
Now
that's the
you're at the
trick.
38.3 now.
Yeah, but we both know that this is not going to stop now. We know
Okay.
this is not going to stop. Also, it comes a little bit of skills. I mean, at the end of the day, trading and investing also comes with some level of particular skills coming from the
Yeah,
individual that is putting out the ideas, right? Um,
yeah, sure.
from time to time, you're gonna get it right at 38, but there's no exact science. I mean, the levels are in fact more valuable at 38 and 61, but
Or
sometimes it
even 50,
reverses.
yes,
Yeah,
anywhere above.
sometimes it reverses at 50. But what it does is what I always share with you is the mapping. By knowing this, we know that somewhere around this level is where we have
You're
to play
gonna,
the game.
yeah.
Now, when this happened, I bet it was going to happen at 97. The S&P 500 got to be around somewhere 3,180 at least. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I will be looking to buy calls, and I already have the victims. Um, this is one. Let me share my screen with you now.
I've
Uh,
still got that.
yeah, I got it now.
Yes.
This is one. This company, Fastenal. This is a great company. This company returned last year probably something close to 45%. And
Yeah.
this call that I didn't recommend on the war room because I got confused at some point with this company wanted to retrace more, didn't it? Went from 35 to 151. That's
Mm-hmm.
500% in almost 3 weeks. It's not a bad, but now what is happening is that you see that itself, it's still positive, so it actually goes back to 50 cents. This is a buy. It's a very strong company, very strong company. So. is something to consider. And I'm praying that. And I have another position, this company called Bungie Limited. The thing is that most of the calls, all the puts that we put out there, the real opportunity to make a lot of money, it's gone. I mean, the market will keep going down, but the big kaboom that we made today, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
So now these are the opportunities for buy calls. So the final idea, of course, is this section. Going back to, let's go back to the charts to have the final idea is buying everything. And the way you do it is this. I first dropped last week what I call the tracker. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 0.01. And what it does is that it helps the trader and investor to release anxiety because now you're in the market. It doesn't matter how
Mm-hmm.
much you, it doesn't matter that it's a small position. The fact that you place the trade and you are in the
Yeah.
market, it frees you, makes you feel free. Now, what the tracker does for me is that gives me a perspective. Right now, this position is minus 40. So now I went long with one standard lot and I have an advantage of 40 pips. Now, of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting it to drop at least to 61.8. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I don't require to have any more exposure because of the figures that I already produced. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I already have a buy limit with 3 lots at 97.20, which is 97.13. So I use a round figure, 97.20 to go in. A buy limit. And then we're targeting different levels. The same process that I use in with the puts. Of course, the risk now if is, for example, if it drops to 96.29, which, hey, why not? It can always do that. You have to be prepared. But if it does, the idea is that, of course, you're playing with capital, and then you cut, and you're playing with profits. So you pretty much will be sacrificing profits as long as you don't sacrifice the capital itself. You can always come back if things were to go wrong. But if it goes in the right direction at this level, it's a big bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second, please. Don't go. Just a moment.
Interessant, was Sie mir sagen.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
Excellent,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah. So
By
that's
the
the
way,
idea.
that work wave,
Hmm.
you don't plot them yourself, like manually, do you?
No, no, no. Everything's automated.
Okay.
So what I'm working on is right now we're gonna uh, build up the server when we have this running on all the CFDs and stocks, all of them,
Mm-hmm.
all of them, all of
It's
them,
really cool.
and because I already have it on currencies. So now
Mm-hmm.
the great idea is to, for example, look at Alcoa. Do you see Alcoa here?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think is going to happen? It's going to 21. It's going to 21. Of course, I can have
Yeah.
another level here, for example, 1942, a similar thing that what I did with Snapchat or what I did with Tiva. For example, Tiva, I don't think they still have Tiva.
That's why that conviction came when you pointed out that target for Snap. I thought, how the
He's
hell can you
crazy.
know that?
He is crazy. Like I get it all the
Very
time.
no no what no not crazy, not crazy at all. But you know
How? How?
that precision, and it did really go. I mean, it went quite a bit further than that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have Tiva here. I don't. I had it in
Yeah,
another.
but I got pretty frustrated with the CFDs with the Expedia and so forth, and
Yeah, I
that
know.
was
Expedia. This
big.
this company is because think about at the end it's
You
just
didn't do the same. You didn't do the same with Expedia, did you?
no. I didn't have it. Some of the trades when you see it, of course, you will now that I talk to you more and you see what I'm doing. You can understand when something goes wrong, why it went wrong. Um, the thing with Expedia is
Because otherwise you go and say, "Ah, he really is crazy" when things go
yeah,
wrong like that.
yeah. But the thing with Expedia is that okay, went wrong and also went wrong with Siri. There's a few things that I did on the last 2 months that I'm not repeating in the next few months, and I'm also going to
Right.
bring out a little bit of the adjustment positions when we take positions for the risk. I don't have it here. I have it with another broker. I have to find it. That's the thing because there are some ETF that are limited on one broker to another.
Yeah.
So, but the case with Tiva is that Tiva actually, what is Tiva right now? Tiva has a target. Um, the Wolf Wave on Tiva, I think, goes to 21. So you have an idea how far that company will go. Tiva is a value play in the
That's
US.
70-80%.
Yep, that's how much money. Tiva Pharmaceuticals, tla tla tla, 1290. Okay, so I don't have it on my screen now, but I will
Yeah.
probably put it to this week and send it to you so you see it what I'm talking about. The P5 on Tiva is as at almost $21.
Yeah.
That's the P5. That's a lot of room to go up, like a lot. What is this one? Wait, let me share my screen with you. I think you see it now, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me see if I remember where is the P5. I think the P5 it's somewhere around here. You see this did you know that this is volume profile, right?
Yes.
Okay, so volume profile, we have the big volume of 1788. That's what it is. The P5 is somewhere around this area. But
Okay.
then the wave goes all the way up over here. And if you were to study this based on price rotation, you take this. This is the big rotation. And then the key for this rotation is this break. You see this level now? So
Mm-hmm.
prices now are entering this rotation. That means that you have all this to
The
make
whole
money.
way. Okay.
There you have like look at oh my god, that's a serious squeeze.
It's a 200% rate
Yeah, yeah,
rise in the shares in the
yeah,
stock price. You know.
yeah. So then, for example, what I do that I'm really good at, like close to genius, is this. I tend to track a lot of these things for months before I put them out. Like for example, the WWE trade.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good one. I already traded WWE in 2019. So what I do then is that I go to this old Nasdaq. I have an account with my brother that we use to for portfolio and stuff like that. And then I go in and I start looking where is the market moving in advance because things don't happen for a reason. They prices are moved to they need where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Same is what is going to happen with the euro versus the New Zealand dollar. The euro versus New Zealand, the euro needs to appreciate against the New Zealand because New Zealand is going to get cracked badly with this coronavirus situation. So the currency has to devalue as fast as possible. So the ones, the buyers trade. I'm talking about trade, like physical commercial trade. The currency has to be devalued fast to balance out the economical situation that may unfold based on the coronavirus. So it's not that it's just like, oh, let's go along euro versus New Zealand. This is a real exchange rate that companies use to conduct transactions. That's what people tend to forget what is Forex about. It's not only the speculation that the guy wants to take an account to like, I don't know, 3,000% in a month. It's not about that. It's real money flowing between countries. Okay. So let's see. Look at September. That's where I start looking. Okay, now you see, like check at this. This is in the money. For example, this is in the money. This is in the money. That's 12,000. 12,000 contracts open. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot. So I can buy this in the money contract and probably will stay in the money, but there's not a lot of money to be made to the upside. But what I do is this. Then I take NASDAQ and I start playing with figures. How far I can take this. There you go. I found it right in front of you. This is the trade right there. Okay. Look at the trade. The spread here is little. Okay. It's not much. It's like 6 cents. The rotation already took place here. 25. So let's last 5 days. You see? It's moving. So look at what's happening. The market's down. I mean, there's not a lot of action today, but this is the next big trade, because this thing is gonna tank probably, let's say, to mid tens. And remember, Tiva is it's a volatile stock. Okay. So what is happening? Look at the open interest. That's 20. I have to send this to my guys. That's huge, huge. That's unbelievable, insane. The same. To send this to Alan. Oh, he's gonna go crazy with that one. So look at this, okay? Now, if you look at Tiva, and remember, I already know where's the wolf wave. I already know, so it's no surprise. Take a look at the weekly. Now, see the weekly. Point of control, $12. No, point of control is at 722. So it means it make it. But here's the thing. Here, look at the volume. Look at this massive cloud. I mean, massive. It's huge volume at $10. What I just said, it can retrace to $10 easily. It comes to $10. Look at all the volume accumulated on the weekly chart. Plus momentum is green.
So that's gonna act as a support then.
Yeah.
Volume.
And then of course, if I were to throw, like, look at these candles here. This is the next. You see 1050. You see it right there. Yep. Comes all the way from this level as well. You can take this. Actually, I'm gonna put this trade soon out. There you go. Look at that, beautiful. It's huge, huge. The next one is in April, so there's plenty time for this thing to go up. Yep, and that's how I calculated. Even if I were to take trend Fibonacci, this, yeah. Where is the 38.2? 1080. It may slip probably to 61 right there, but that would be like $9. And that's how I calculated. So you see, now you know a little bit more.
Yes, still a long way to go though.
Yeah, it's a little bit step by step.
Yes,
step by step.
Have to start looking at the wolf waves as well.
Yeah. So how's everything else? How are you?
So far so good. Okay. Yeah, I was a bit shocked with the CFDs. I'm still not 100% sure about the CFDs, but yes, I'm pretty excited about the Forex.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but at least Forex on the S&P 500 trade.
Exactly. Yes, I still have that open. I can't. I have a hard time closing it. Probably. This is the, by the way, this is the first time I actually got my feet wet with the S&P, with the USX 500,
Yeah. Do you open the
and
account? Do you
it's
open the
not
account with
well.
IC?
I'm actually doing most of my forex trading through IC markets now,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
have done for a while. And the SPX, I've never USX 500. I've never traded that contract, but now I've taken the mystics out of it. So it's
Yeah.
yes, I'm comfortable doing that again.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So let me share with you this one. I'll send you the chart. This is the chart I've been explaining. And one lesson here to understand is that as soon as I go here, there's another chart where I have the rotation and the trend Fibonacci. I don't know if I have it right here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, rotation, price rotation, this, and then the trend Fibonacci. The trend Fibonacci is already completed at this level on the daily chart. The rotation, not yet. Okay, so the market really is gonna go sideways, and then I will see what happened next when we hit 3,435. So far from this level, you're talking about 200 points. So you have to
Mhm.
prepare yourself because there's 200 points that you're going to make to the upside. The question is how to enter. I already told you I'm gauging the market based on the dollar franc, because if you see how the dollar franc is behaving, it's stronger than if you take a look at the dollar yen. You see,
So you
everyone was
take the
yeah.
so basically you take the US and US Swiss
Yeah,
as a gauge for the S&P.
correct. Okay, so here what I wanted to convey is the following message. This is when I trade indexes, I use the 20 exponential moving average. Okay,
Yeah.
now this trend Fibonacci was activated at this point.
That's funny. I'm a big Fibonacci
Yeah,
person, and I usually use the 21 exponential moving average.
it comes to the same, but
Yeah,
the US
it's
guys, yeah,
pretty much the same. Yeah.
yeah, the guys in the US they use 20, so I just kept doing that. The big trading desks they use it, so I was like, nah, just stay with that. When I trade stocks or equity or long-term positions in currencies, I do the 50. You know that
Yeah.
already. Now here,
Yeah.
the trick is this. This level was activated, which means is that we're going to have a problem here if this 23.6 is broken. Right now, we're on the weekly chart, okay? So prices have to reverse around this area,
Mhm.
3, 2, and
3,
3,
2,
1, 7.
yeah, yeah.
Because if it doesn't reverse, we're going to have a problem here, a serious
Mhm.
one, and then we're going to crash. Now, I'm not surprised if we crash here. It will literally make me really happy, but it's going to make a lot of people miserable.
Yes,
So,
but also with the 20, typically it has to flatten out a bit before it can
exactly. So what I
run
think,
through.
and I think at the end of the day is that I'm looking to do this, and then
And
and start
then,
sideways and this. So we're talking that you will have all the way this. We're talking about an upside opportunity on CFDs about 250 points, and your
mhm.
risk has to be at least 100 points, with between 50 to 100 points, and that will give
Mhm.
you a 2-to-1 return on your money,
Mhm.
which is pretty good
Mhm.
if you think what is out there right now available,
Yes.
and with no more complications. Like this is not rocket science what I teach. I mean, of course, people don't know the Wolf Way and everything that is behind the Wolf Way. I mean, like if I where's my chart? Forgot where's my the dollar franc chart. Yeah, when you look at this, it looks like rocket science, but
It does look confusing, but
yeah,
if you
it
learn
is
to
confusing. But I
look
have
at
to
it,
do I do this step by step. You see, but a lot of people don't have that patience. It's like engineering, like developing a puzzle.
mm,
You go step by step, you find your frame, then you start looking ahead, and that's what it is. But the main thing at the beginning of all this is understanding the risk, and this is why I was short. And I wrote it. I mean, I fear no one. I mean, if people don't like what I say, they can just leave the war room. It's fine.
yeah, no, and it shows because over the last months, you've been always looking at the calls, at the longs, and
Yeah,
all of a sudden you flip it and you look at a short term short, and it plays out nicely. So that's
yeah. And you see, I mean, my
I think you're
story.
doing a good job. Sorry.
But you know, you have seen that I actively have never changed my rhetoric. I look at all these things over and over and over again.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I don't make a move without understanding where are we in the markets.
Mm-hmm.
Never, because they're gonna crush you. For example, on Friday, something funny happened that the market was sliding south, and then WWE went up all the way up. You see,
Mm-hmm.
but those are very rare occasions, very rare. So you cannot count on rare occasions to make your money. It's like, you know, I hit one today and you never make money again.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
So,
We have to find that ground in the evolution of trading and investing to find things that, like today, where we're gonna make 770%. But besides that, we just hit quick hit and runs, 100%, 200%, maybe 80%. Why not? I'm not gonna say no to 80%. Please, just take the money.
mm-hmm.
So, but then you have to find that way that we position. But you see, as you have more execution time, as you dedicate more time to this, things happen. They just are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. Big money will be made. It's the same. The more you trade the S&P 500, the more you will realize what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Demystifying. That's good.
Yeah,
Sounds very good.
yeah, you're welcome. So I'll let you go. Enjoy your time. When I finish
Yes.
the recording, I will send you the recording so you can go take notes and review the video. Okay?
Yes. And I'm sure we'll have some more
Yeah.
of these sessions.
Thank you so much for your time.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you
Excellent.
later.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye.